Hey guys, Mike Macker with Responsive Drip Irrigation. Today we're going to be showing an assembly of our adjustable pressure regulator with pressure gauge and how we set up, how we go from a water line to our drip tape. And it's really quite simple. It's not difficult to install, but it is a little different because we're working at very low pressures. Our system operates between 1 and 3 psi. So let's say this is our water line coming in right here. This is going to be our water line coming from any water source, hose, bib, ladder line, main line. So you're just going to you're going to need a, this would be glued and primered. This is a female adapter. The female adapter goes on to the adjustable pressure regulator with Teflon tape. Then you're going to want to tighten that, with a wrench. Get it nice and tight. Next thing that goes in is our pressure gauge. It goes into the pressure gauge port right here on the adjustable pressure regulator. This is on the exit side of the adjustable pressure regulator. You want to be very careful not to cross thread it because it's brass on plastic. Once it gets, you're going to want to tighten it up with the wrench. Alright, that's nice and tight. We're going to the exit port, another female adapter, slip thread. Use Teflon tape. You're going to want to tighten that with a wrench, obviously. We're going to come out with some PVC. You're going to want to glue that. Primer and glue. This is the slip 90. This is all going to be 6 inches below grade. Your APR goes in a valve box 6 inches below ground. So we're just going to build a grid pattern. This is our header we're building right here. So this is a slip thread T right here. We have a male adapter, a twist lock 5/8 inch tape lock fitting male adapter. It's already Teflon and threaded in there. Now we're going to connect to our drip tape. It's much easier to connect the drip tape to the fitting when your hands are free up here, not hunched over. So if you were to connect this first, you'd be hunched over in a trench. Then you'd be trying to connect our drip tape. You'd be in the mud. It's quite difficult. It's much easier to attach the drip tape up here where your hands are free. So you're going to want to make sure the direction the fitting tightens goes in with the flap. Our flap folds over in that direction because that's the same direction that the fitting tightens. You're going to want to keep a moist rag next to you to keep your fingers clean, but also a little moisture in your fingers makes it much easier to work with our tape. Our tape is a little slippery when it's dry. So then you can actually twist the entire T and male adapter to get the tape in. Then you twist lock it, and we're good. So then you would then glue this, and you would move on to your next T, or keep going with T's. Right now, this is a slip thread 90. This is what you'd use to end the header with. So same thing. We're going to make sure the flap goes in and is folded over the same direction that it tightens. I'm going to want to get a little bit of moisture on my fingers. It's much easier to work with the tape. Your fingers a little moist. Then I'm going to twist everything to get it in there nice and tight. Tighten it up. We're good to go there. You then glue that in. So now this is an end clip. This is one way to end a line. I'm going to show you how to install that. You fold the tape in half. You insert the tape into the thin end. There's a thin opening and a wider opening. It goes into the thin opening. You want to pull it through about 5 inches through and fold it over 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it pulls right back into itself, and you're done. If you ever get a break in the line from a shovel or any reason. It's very easy to repair with a coupling. You install the coupling just like you do the male adapters. You want to make sure your hands are clean of debris, get a little moisture on your fingers. You're going to want to fold it over in the same direction that it twists closed. You want to insert the tape into the fitting, twist lock it, tighten it. Do the same thing on the other side. Very important to make sure the flap is folded in the correct direction. It's not necessarily about strength, it's more about technique, getting the tape over and into the fitting. Nice. Tighten it, then I would just put another end clip here.